Welcome to English 207's Library Lesson 2, Reading Scientific Articles. This builds upon our first library lesson on strategies for identifying and finding scientific articles. This lesson will walk you through identifying the parts of a scientific article and strategies for skimming a scientific article. As a recap from last week's library lesson, research articles are designed to educate others and contribute to the scholarly conversation on their topic in peer-reviewed journals. This lesson will focus on the specific structure that scientific research articles follow. Not all research articles follow the exact same structure, but most scientific journal articles share these sections. The abstract summarizes the article, often in a short paragraph. Read this first to help determine whether this paper may be related to your research topic. After the abstract is the introduction, which often includes three components: the literature review, which describes previous studies; purpose and aims, which describes why they're researching this topic; and lastly, the thesis or hypothesis, which states the question they hope to answer. After the intro is the method section, which outlines how they conducted their research, including information on how they selected their participants, procedures, and data analysis methods. The results section details what they found after they conducted and analyzed their research. The discussion and conclusion are sometimes combined into one section. The discussion analyzes the study's findings and ties them in with other research. The conclusion outlines potential research for the future. Lastly, the references section can be used to find related research on your topic. Here are some tips and tricks for reading scientific articles. Don't sweat it. Reading them takes practice. They were not written for a general audience, so they can be difficult to understand. Don't read the whole article. Skim, highlight, take notes. Do what works for you. Look up terms you don't understand. Medical reference ebooks and the Clinical Key database are both good resources for finding information on unfamiliar medical terms. The home page of your class's library guide has links to select online medical reference books on the left column that are great resources for looking up health-related terminology. When skimming an article, don't read every word in every sentence. Instead, scan for topic words, ignoring filler words like and or. One effective skimming tip I like to use is to read every word in the first and last sentence of a paragraph. Once you've found an article, first skim for inclusion to make sure it's relevant to your topic. Then go back and read for understanding after. When skimming for inclusion, first read the abstract and ask yourself whether the paper aligns with your research topic. Then look at the method section to make sure your population and issue align. Read the discussion section for impacts of the research, focusing on the first sentences of paragraphs. After you've skimmed for inclusion, you can then go back to do a closer reading for understanding. Read the introduction to determine the article's research question. The results section is a good place to look for statistics and graphs. Reread any section that you need more information from. Annotating allows you to record your takeaways from an article and can save you time when you're writing your paper. Use whichever methods work for you, like highlighting important information or jotting down key words. There are a variety of online annotation options you can use, like Acrobat for highlighting PDFs. Here are some additional skimming and annotation resources. Thanks for using this two-part lesson series on finding and reading scientific articles. If you have any additional questions or want to schedule a research consultation, contact me at white486@uwm.edu.